Okay, hello. So, welcome to this market forecast. So, let's look at what we have here. So, clearly on the 4 hour, we have, let me draw this. So, our fib tool. So, here we have this was the last low that was registered, and then this was the last high. So, essentially, we have this. Low, high. Oh, sorry. Before that, we had something else. So we had here high, low, sweep of liquidity, right? We had a new low was registered here, then a high, then a low, sweep of liquidity again, and then a low, and then we had this pullback. Okay, price, swept liquidity, sort of failed to close below this guy here, and now price is pushing up. So likely because this area here failed to take out this low, so this high is likely to go, and we may see a reversal, right? So this is likely what is going to play out. And yeah, so basically just follow that on the 4 hour and let's see how price develops. Okay, now here we have this high. Let me just mark that out. So basically low, and then this high was registered. Price failed to close above this guy. When price pushed down, you can see that was a sweep of liquidity also on the 4 hour. Excuse me. So that's a sweep of liquidity right there. Okay, so liquidity sweep right there on the 4 hour, and now price is pushing up, so likely this high is going to go. Now let's go to the 15 minutes. So on the 15 minutes here, you can see clearly also on the 15 minutes when we zoom out, we have a structure in place. You can see all of this POIs have been drawn, points of interest. So we're expecting the price will react to all of the zones. Now over the 15 minutes when we draw this, you can see that we had this low. Let me just draw all of this. I think I had this drawn out, so let me turn them on to show how some of these areas. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Anything? I think that's essentially it. So anyway, so this were all there before, so I just wanted to bring it out. So yeah, previous stuff, but what is most important to us today is this area here. So this low, high, and then price registered a new low here, so we can take this out. This would be a new low here. Okay, so a swing low there, so you can see clearly here the price now took out this low, registered this guy here, pull back, failed to close below this guy, and now price is pushing towards this upside. So for me, there's every likelihood that this area price is going to violate. So let me just leave that in place. Price is going to violate this area and tap into this area, and then maximum we should maybe expect a sell-off from this area, a continuation. If not, then we should expect a complete reversal. So what we can do right now is to trade the counter trend, because the trend is majorly bearish, but now we're having this counter trend, bullish momentum that's building up. So all we can do is to trade that and see how we can maximize that pullback. Now, but let's understand in terms of structure here what is happening closely. So we can see here that we had the low, and now price is pushing back upwards, registered a high here, took out that high, right? So price took out that high, and after price did that, so this entire move here took out the high, and after price did that, price pullback, failed to close below this guy, swept liquidity, and now price is pushing upwards. And as you can see with the open of the market, price registered this high, we have a break of structure, so expectation is that price may give us that pullback, and then we trade that continuation, right? So that is essentially what I'm looking at. So if price pulls back into this area, we get a confirmation entry maybe on the 1 minute, then I can trade, you know, the swing back, the pullback, you know, to this area, you know, or maybe whatever high was registered here, or price may even use this area as the inducement, you know, to tap into this area. Who knows? However, if price gives us that kind of pullback, then we can trade, you know, the continuation. So this is essentially how, you know, I'm looking at price and what I'm looking at, you know, likelihood of what is to happen based on how price is being printed. Okay, so that is it. I hope this is beneficial to you and you get an idea as to what is happening. So first off, the 4-hour, there's a 4-hour narrative. The 4-hour narrative is, take out this guy. So the 4-hour narrative is that price, you know, registered this high here. This high fails to close below this guy, and as a result of that, price is now pushing. So at minimum, price may take out this guy. Okay, we may get a continuation, but I really, you know, if for me it's not really strong, high probability. But until price really show its hand, it's Monday, so it's also early to kind of determine what price is going to do. So but essentially that's that. Of course, news also is something to pay attention to. So by the way, we have this area here on the 4-hour. So this area on the 4-hour is still unmitigated, this sweep zone. So price may just tap into this area, you know, and then if we get to that bearish chalk and all of that, then I can trade a continuation. But until then, I'm willing to trade, you know, the pullback on this trend. We'll have a sweep of liquidity, price is pushing up, so hopefully that continues going into you know, Monday and then maybe Tuesday and all of that. So let's see how price, you know, just develops, right? So if I just take this out, add some note here. So here we have ideal area for price. So let me see, price is pulling back. Okay, so price is pulling back. So price is pulling back. We may see the above supply zone. Supply zone get mitigated today. Okay, so we may see that happen. But also bear in mind that this is majorly it's really a counter trend, because you had this low here, price failed to close below it, this high failed to close below this guy, so price seems to be reversing, but who knows. So I'll just leave that at this. So yeah, so we have this anyway. So this is what price is doing. So we may get now, after a long time of bearish momentum, we may get that eventual reversal, and that's a possibility. Okay, so with this price action here, I'm you know, expecting a kind of reversal of some sort. So let's see how all of that plays out. Okay, so this is basically the analysis on the 4-hour. Okay, and really nothing much until price shows its hand or shows something else. Now on the 15 minutes, let's see, what do we have? We've drawn our structure, we know what price is doing. Let me add something here. Yes, so low, right, high. This is new, so sometimes it can create some confusing kind of structure. Now the swing, right, the swing is still this guy here, so we're still far away from really tapping into, you know, that swing area, right? Let me just take this out. Okay, so the swing is still, you know, this high here, right? Now we're having all of this internal, you know, price action here, and you can see here the lowest registered high, pullback, okay, high. Then we had this sorry, think what do we have here really? So let's look at this price action here. So low, high, pullback, you see that, high, and then price swept all of this low, tapped into this area, swept this liquidity, all the liquidity line around this area, failed to close below this guy, and now price is pushing back up. So what we expect is something like this. Now we have a high, and then hopefully we get this, and then we get that, and then maybe we get a pullback again, and then we get that, but this high is likely to go. right? Because this high has failed to take out this low, so that high is likely to go there when we get something like that, and then price will tap into this area. So that is essentially what I'm looking forward to. And let's see how all of that develops going into into the week. So now, if that happens, if price taps into this area, two things are gonna happen. Either price violates this high and takes out this high on the 4 hour, and then that would mean that we're changing from bearish to now bullish market structure, or price would respect this higher time frame POI, we get a bearish shock, and then price can now target this low. So these are the two scenarios that would likely happen if price fails to take out this high. So for now, just looking at how price is going to develop going into the week, and that will be essentially it, right? So here, let me just add a comment here. Ideal here to look for longs if price mitigate to the 15-minute demand zone. I think this is cool. I'm going to leave it in place. So of course this is an ideal area, but also let me just add a note that bear in mind that price can use this area, this POI, as inducement for the demand zone below it. Okay, so that's just a note for me to have in mind, that price can use this POI as an inducement to tap into this area before price continues to push up. Right, so that is that really. I don't think that let me see, I think for calendar, let's look at the calendar and let's see what we have. So on the calendar today, Monday, you can see there's nothing, no news. Tomorrow is when we're gonna have, we do have quite a few red folder news this week, so it's going to be an active really we're going to see some volatility. But yeah, so this Monday there's nothing, so price might just do whatever it wants to do, and then tomorrow we can see some additional action. So that is it. Stay stuck in profit, and see you next time. Bye. If you have any questions, of course, use the trading floor to ask your questions. Bye.